So we have our first web page, and we're going to go over some things that we wrote. The first thing is the elements, which I mentioned that these are called elements. This open tag, h1 close, and then this is actually called the end tag, and this is the start tag. So each tag has to have a beginning and an end. So this is the start tag, this is the end tag. There are some tags that don't have information in it. So if I were to say a break, so if I put a BR, that is a break tag. And there's also HR, which is empty. And image tags are also empty, like if you have an image. So those, see that this is the horizontal line. There's an extra break, which is this empty line here, this little space that you see right here. And image tag, obviously, I didn't put anything in there. So those are going to be self-closing tags. But keep in mind, unless you absolutely know that it doesn't have an end tag, always have those. And there is going to be a list in your lesson plan. So take a look at that as well. The next thing you're going to take a look at is attributes. Now, attributes are extra information on your tag. So example of this is if we make an A tag, which is an anchor tag. This is an anchor tag right here. And all you can say is link to Google, right? And we close that tag. And if we were to save that, this is going to be our link. Now, that doesn't do anything right now. We need to actually give it directions. So if we were to type in href equals www.google.com and save it, now you see that this is actually a link. If I click it, and it automatically takes me to Google. Well, it didn't, because I actually didn't type in the full address, which would be HTTP. It's looking, if you don't have HTTP, it's looking on the local server, which obviously Google is not on my local server. So that's why you need the HTTP, and it knows to go out on the web and look for that. So now if I hit that link, it's going to take me to google.com. So that is an attribute on the tag. This href actually stands for hypertext reference. So we're looking for a reference point to that tag. So the other type of thing that you would want to put on links is often you would want to have target. So let's say target equals blank. Cancel. I accidentally hit close. I'd save. So now when I look at this, it's going to open up into a blank tab instead of the tab that we are in. So that's a pretty handy attribute as well. So that is something to remember. Now, image tags are also another thing that's going to use attribute every time you use it. And what you need to put on it is a source. You need a source for your image. So src equals quotes. And attributes are always in this format. So it's always going to be attribute and then equals and then something in quotes. So in this case, it's source, which is the source of the image. And we just need to link it somewhere. So I'm just going to pick a random placeholder. Let's do placeholder image. And I'm just going to grab this one right here. So it's lorem ipsum io. And I will copy image address. So I'll close that out. And then what I'll do is I'll just put this right in there. And I'll hit save. And then now you'll see the image is right in there. Now we can put another break in there. So it's on a different line. So it puts the extra space in between. So now we have this 640 by 360 image on there. So let's just add a little bit extra and we'll put in a width and a height attribute. So we could do width equals quotes, remember, and it's going to automatically default to pixels. So let's do 200 and then height equals quotes and 200. We save that and now we have a 200 by 200 box using those attributes. There's also alt tag, which is going to be something that you want to use in every image because this is for screen readers. If someone is blind or hard of sight, they can have a screen reader that goes through and reads the site to them. And the alt tags, obviously they can't see the image, so the alt tag tells them what the image is. And this is our placeholder image. So we save that, and now this actually has an alt tag. You won't visibly see it, but it's in the code. When you go back and see it, it is there. We also can do style tags in your attributes. So style tags are going to be styling the whatever element you want to put in there. So what we can do is this p tag here, I'm going to go in and I'm going to say style equals quotes, and I'm going to say color blue. I'll hit save, and you're going to notice that this here, hello, I am a paragraph, is now in blue. So that's an attribute using CSS, which is pretty neat. And there's going to be many other ones. There's title, there's lang. We won't be going through each and every one, but those are some of the major ones that you'll be using. Where I'll also link you to some text to go over some of the other attributes as well.